Have them in Berrien Springs. This isn't their first time here. I remember the date they did their concert here on January 9, 2016, that evening, because that was the first day that we were back here in the sanctuary after the renovation. So we're glad to have them back at the Village Church this past week and sharing with us for a few minutes this evening. Let's bow our heads at this time. Heavenly Father, thank you that we can be in your house on your day. This is your music, and may our hearts be lifted to you this evening as we worship. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you for coming out. One of the most beautiful things of the love story of the Bible is that it's true. And it's a love that's different than what we see in this world. It's consistent, it's beautiful. And this is what this song is about. This song is a love story in and of itself that shows the difference between God's love and our own. There's this beautiful princess, and there's a handsome prince. They look so good together, they do. They make perfect sense. It's a storybook romance, the kind we like to see. This is love, the way we're told it should be. Yes, it is. But what if the prince found a poor ragged girl with a blemished face? A girl from a ghetto, crippled and frightened and bitter, from a different race. If he said, I adore you, will you please be mine? We'd say this is love of a different kind, of a different kind. We'd say this is love from a different place, in a different time. We'd say this is love from a different heart, in a different mind. Beautiful kindness almost seems bizarre. Extravagant blindness seems not to see her scars. He holds up the chalice, and she drinks the wine. This is love of a different kind, of a different kind. She looks in the mirror now without disgrace. You see, I am that girl, and you are the girl with the blemished face. different kind.
I wrote this song several years ago, and it's kind of like I kind of wrote it as a hymn, almost, and this is like, I think, the second time I played it, because the first time I played it, I was very humbled through the playing of it. So I'm praying the Lord will help it to be edifying tonight, and even if I am humbled, that you will still receive the blessing. But it's called Jesus' Sweetest Refuge, and it's something that I want to sing as something I am learning to believe. If Jesus is my refuge, why should I fearful be? Though wild are the tempest, he who leads my Prince of Peace. And though devils round me howl, full of awful threatenings, I will not flee or cower. Christ himself my shield will be. Oh, Jesus, sweetest refuge, my strength, my whole life long, and he will be my portion, my victory and song. When my path hard pressed with trials leaves me battle worn and weak, though troubled, not forsaken, he is comforter and strength. Oh, Jesus, sweetest refuge, my strength, my whole life long, and he will be my portion, my victory and song. Oh, who can separate me from the love of God in Christ? Not death, nor powers, nor angels, he has bought me with his life. Oh, Jesus, sweetest refuge, my strength, my whole life long, and he will be my portion, my victory and song. Yes, Jesus is my portion, my victory and song.
A little reluctant to share some of this, the story that how the song is connected with me, but I remember growing up as a Christian, going to church. I felt like I started struggling with different sin problems, sexual things, and then into pornography, and I was also a horrible liar. These things were just strangling me. And being inside of the church, I never heard anyone talk about their struggles. So I thought, as a kid, apparently I'm uniquely broken, and other people don't struggle with these things. I've since learned that we're very much all the same with our battles and struggles. The difficulty that I struggled with as a kid, I wished so badly that someone would have been open and vulnerable. And so instead of being, grouchy about it, as I came to know Jesus better, I recognized that anytime we see something that's broken, we need to be part of the solution, don't we? And I really believe in vulnerability and the need for it to be present in our church. And when people recognize that they're not the only ones that struggle in battle, then true friendships seem to blossom. There's openness We're no longer trying to posture ourselves and hold the mask up just right so we're not rejected by yet more people. That's not how it works. That's not how Jesus works. He says, come to me. He would not reject any of us, and he knows exactly what we are. That's what we're called to be as followers of Jesus, is that this song is about that battle we have in our heart with being honest and vulnerable. Have you ever been so selfish that you let your baby cry while you finished up a video game? I haven't either. That's pretty bad. But have you ever stretched the truth, telling stories to your friends so they'd be a little bit more amazed? And I haven't either. I'd never do that. But there are some people out there who aren't completely sincere. What they show in the daylight is not exactly what's inside. It's a form of protection from being rejected. And you and I can be so glad that we are not like that. Have you ever made a promise to yourself 1,000 times just to break it over and over again? I haven't either. Only people with problems do that kind of thing. But have you been so full of doubt that you just can't pray to God? 'Cause you wonder if he even exists. I haven't either. But there are some people out there who aren't completely sincere. What they show in the daylight is not exactly what's inside. It's a form of protection from being rejected. And you and I can be so glad that we are not like that. Who am I kidding? Who am I kidding? I am just like that. No, I'm only kidding. Have you ever felt compelled to get a weight off your chest, but can't follow through because you are ashamed? I've heard that you can tell the ones who truly open up, 'cause their lives are marked with freedom and with peace. And I don't have either. No, I haven't either.
So as you know, we have a little girl, or for those of you who don't know, we do have a little girl. She is 2 years old. She just turned 2 last week. And it's been quite the wonderful and challenging adventure. Somebody said to me not too long ago that parenting is the hardest job you will ever love. And it is true. I wouldn't trade it for anything. Both of us just really, really love being parents. This song that I'm going to share right now is just about being a mama. And it's really for all parents, though, even though it's written from a mama's perspective. It's about, well, actually, I should say, I wrote it when we were a month into having her. I remember, like, people told me beforehand, that the first month can be pretty sleepless. And I was like, it won't be that bad. They're little, it'll be okay. Well, it was that bad. It was worse than I could have imagined. And I remember thinking about 2 weeks in, like, I'm going to die. I was not prepared to be that sleepless. And I have to say, like, I need sleep. I need sleep to be nice. And I was not getting sleep. And it has been a challenge for that, for sure. But I remember as I was holding her one night, nursing her in the middle of the night, and I just looked into that little face. I could just see her outline in the soft light of the room, and God just spoke to me as I was just feeling like, when is this going to end? When is it not going to be so hard? And God just whispered into my heart, Josie, treasure the moments. It's going to go so fast. And honestly, when she turned 2, Matt and I were like, what in the world? Like, it cannot possibly have been 2 years. And for those of you who have little ones, you know how quickly it goes. For those of you who have children that are all grown up, you're like, what happened? In a blink of an eye, it's over. And yet, in the midst of it, it can seem so daunting and so forever, in the midst of disciplining and diapers and, sleepless nights. But it does just fly by. And when we were actually practicing the song just a little bit ago, Matt's holding Eliza. He's standing right here. I'm singing. And she just starts singing with us on the chorus. Oh, my goodness. We both just started crying. And she's just looking up like, why did you stop singing? Anyway, but it's, I just hope this encourages you. I know for certain, Joe and you and your wife are in the throes of the first month. For those of you that have little ones, I just pray that it encourages you just to be intentional about being present in the moments, because they do go by so fast. It's 2 in the morning and I'm holding you in my arms. Soft glow of the nightlight showing the curve of your sweet baby cheeks. And I'm tired as tired can be. Been doing this for weeks, but I'm sitting here thinking as I look at you, better treasure these moments. Treasure these moments, 'cause all too soon you'll walk, you'll run, these precious sleepless nights all gone. And I'll be missing you. These days I thought would never end have flown by, and I'm wondering, how did they go so fast? What I'd give just to have you back here in my arms again. Oh, being a mama is not what I thought it would be. It's way better and harder than I could have ever dreamed. Sometimes the hours last forever, but then the years are gone. So I'm sitting here thinking as I look at you, better treasure these moments. Treasure these moments, 'cause all too soon you'll walk, you'll run, these precious sleepless nights all gone. And I'll be missing you. These days I thought would never end have flown by, and I'm wondering, how did they go so fast? What I'd give just to have you back here in my arms again. Oh, so I'll look into your face, not wish the days away, not even the hard ones. This is sacred space. So treasure the moment, treasure these moments, 'cause all too soon you'll walk, you'll run, these precious sleepless nights all gone, and I'll be missing you. These days I thought would never end have flown by, and I'm wondering, how did they go so fast? What I'd give just to have you back here in my arms again. Oh, what I'd give just to have you back here in my arms again. I wrote this next song I was thinking actually of my little nephews, and they were just little boys, and I wanted to write a song of invitation for them to give their lives to Jesus. And in the process of writing it, I thought of a lot of people, some close family members, some friends that don't have relationships with Jesus, and some that have had very close relationships with him and then thrown it to the wayside and walked away. And I really wanted a song that, if they ever heard it, would just be one more moment that Jesus could knock on their heart and just invite them to follow him. And as we were recording it, we're actually in the process of recording another album right now, and we had recorded the piano track, and I was in there laying down vocals for it. And as I'm singing the words, God just spoke to me in my heart. You know, Josie, as I was singing, I was thinking of all these people, their faces were flashing into my mind as I were recording. And then all of a sudden, God just in that quiet moment just spoke into my heart, Josie, you need this too. And it's so true. You know, the last couple of years for me have, to be honest, like I've just really thrashed. I've really struggled. My relationship with God has just been really, really rough. And I have so many moments where I just recognize Jesus is speaking. He's speaking quietly. He's speaking gently. He's speaking through my little daughter. He's speaking through the kindness of my husband. He's speaking through nature, and he's inviting me back. He's inviting me to have that deep and beautiful relationship with him. And I'm grateful for a God like that, who doesn't just say, you know, forget you, you know, we've had something close and now you're a mess, you know, you aren't what you're supposed to be. And I'm so grateful that the love of Jesus is so big and so constant. And so I want to share this song with you tonight. I've never shared it publicly before, but I want to share it. You know, we're doing a series, Jesus on Prophecy, and we've heard beautiful things about God's character throughout this past week. And if there's somebody here tonight, maybe you're like me. Maybe your relationship with God has been beautiful in the past, and right now you're floundering. Or maybe you don't have a relationship with Jesus, but you've experienced things, you know that he's talking to you, you know that he's inviting you. And I just would like to offer the invitation tonight as we sing this, that you would open your heart's door. It's not too late. And he's a God worth serving. He's a God worth following. I can attest to that. I know it to be true. And so I want to give you that opportunity as we sing that now. Just let Jesus speak to you. Let him speak into your heart tonight. Have you ever heard a story that woke inside your heart? Longings you could not express. Like maybe there is something so much better than you dreamed, and it's the answer to that aching in your chest. Have you ever wanted to be better than you knew you could be? Or experience something beautiful that filled your heart with peace? It's in your honest moments, in these beautiful things, that you have heard Jesus. You've heard him calling. He has been knocking. Let Jesus in. Let Jesus in. Let Jesus into your heart. Don't turn him away. Don't wait another day. Let Jesus into your heart. Ooh, let Jesus into your heart. In the laughter of a child, in the mountains tall and wild, in a melody, in the kindness of a friend, in the hope that this is not the end. You have heard him speak. It's in your honest moments, in these beautiful things, that you have heard Jesus. You've heard him calling. He has been knocking. Let Jesus in. Let Jesus in. Let Jesus into your heart. Don't turn him away. Don't wait another day. Let Jesus into your heart. Ooh, let Jesus into your heart. Whether you're young or old, if your heart's grown cold and you're regretting things that you've done, but deep down in your heart you want a new start, and right now you are feeling God's tug. It's not too late to throw open the gate, to let Jesus into your heart. He's knocking today. Don't turn him away. Won't you let Jesus into your heart? He wants to come into your heart. Let Jesus in. Let Jesus in. Let Jesus in to your heart. Don't turn him away. Don't wait another day. Let Jesus into your heart. Ooh, let Jesus into your heart. Ooh, won't you let Jesus into your heart?
file. Forgot where I came from, somewhere back when I was young. I was a good man's child. I lost some nameless things, my innocence flew away from me. She had to hide her face from my desire to embrace forbidden fire. But at night I dreamed she's singing over me, and singing, oh my child, come home. Return to me. I hear a voice upon the wind. She's singing faint, but singing true. Son, there ain't nothing you can do, but listen close and follow me. I'll take you where you're meant to be. Just don't lose faith. So I put my hand on the plow, wipe the sweat up from my brow. I plant the good seed along the way as I look forward to the day when last I see my Father run to me, singing, oh my child, come home. Home to me, and I will hold you in my arms, and joyful be. There will always be a place for you at my table, at my table, at my table. Return to me. That was one we just threw in, so that's why there wasn't any words up there. This next song, this is actually our last song. This is a beautiful song, just about the beauty of God and how worthy Jesus is of our praise. And it has a response to it. So on the screen, if you could advance it one slide just so I can show them. The bolded stuff where the response is we do, to lines like, do you feel the world is broken? Your response would be, we do. I'd like you to sing that with us. Josie will be kind of leading that out. It goes like this. Not in that key, though. That'd be very bad. I haven't sung that high since I was a kid. Do you feel the world is broken? And you respond, we do. Are you familiar with this song? Yes, I love hearing that. Okay. And you sound so good, I'm just going to let you go with it. Do you feel the world is broken? We do. Do you feel the shadows deepen? We do. But do you know that all the dark won't stop the light from getting through? We do. Do you wish that you could could see it all made new. We do. Sounds beautiful. And is all creation groaning? It is a new creation coming? It is the glory of the Lord to be the light within our midst. It is it good that we remind ourselves of this? It is anyone worthy? Is anyone whole? Is anyone able to break the seal and open the scroll? The Lion of Judah, who conquered the grave. He is David's root and the Lamb who died to ransom the slave. Is he worthy? Is he worthy of all blessing and honor and glory? Is he worthy of this? He and does the Father truly love us? He does. And does the Spirit move among us? He does. And does Jesus, our Messiah, hold forever those he loves? He does. And does our God intend to dwell again with us? He does. Is anyone worthy? Is anyone whole? Is anyone able to break the seal and open the scroll? The Lion of Judah, who conquered the grave. He is David's root and the Lamb who died to ransom the slave. From every people and tribe, from every nation and tongue, he has made us a kingdom and priests to God, to reign with the Son. Is he worthy? Is he worthy of all blessing and honor and glory? Is he worthy? Is he worthy? Is he worthy of this? Is he worthy? Is he worthy? He
You've given us a wonderful gift tonight, and Jesus has truly been lifted up. If you want more of this music in your home, there are albums available after Jesus on Prophecy, after sunset tonight. We'll take about a 5-minute break right now and stretch it a little bit, and Jesus on Prophecy will begin shortly after 6:45. Thank you.